group number 1 gi first speaker gi is a good introduction, okay, and you talk about a little bit of packaging food and why youths are preferring the international packaging food ki. And then you quickly jump into FAO ki modernization ki. I would have listened to what more you want to talk about packaging food, and then youth ki international food na and more youth this ki international food ki import food this na jump into why, what are the reasons, and why you're strong putting this argument strong. I'm sure that 3 minutes you have many points, but you could have divided among yourself what are the points you want to talk, rather than putting everything together in one, no? Okay, so FAO gi modernization and this alone, but FAO which report is 2023, 24, 21, 22, and specific minimum. So when you're giving fact evidence based, also you have to be a little bit more careful, right? And then you are trying to also giving a little bit of ground reality of local food, yeah? Which is like, are we really following the traditional food, or what is happening in the local goods, the hotels this week? This one you could have made it stronger with evidence, and then current trend the assumption or something like that, because 1 month preparation, there's a lot of information more. Speaker today, you started with thanking the opponent, which is good, because not much had many people done. Okay, so because sometimes you have to be grateful for your opponent. And then you talk about modern food system, FAO decline the traditional food. So you said FAO 20 traditional food they decline bedo same. That is the fact that but you should give why is it relevant in your argument, in your debate, and what is the implications, why your argument is making strong. So that's, if you give factum to Jimbe, then you have to subset with subsequent mush with your argument. And then you also gave the cautions of Jeba, loss of traditional food, and then attract and tourist friendly. Caution the Genova, but you have to know why we should be worried about. Right? Everybody can complain, so don't make your debate like something that you're complaining about tourism, but you have to say why we are concerned, because everybody can complain. You guys are better than that. No, you are an agriculturist. You are beyond complaining. You are giving solutions, and you're understanding, analyzing why these things are happening. So you make this argument, okay? So improvement. And also one thing is, you have mentioned NAC 2021, no? I need to update with them. NAC is no longer more. It's now Ministry of Energy and it's Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources, and it's subsumed under the Department of Environment and Climate Change. So when you are mentioning NAC, somebody might want to go and then look, because it's in the website, link, no? You have to say, previously NAC, now under reformed as DECC. I need to be careful because you guys will be appearing job market very soon. So I need to update it, right? Because then it also shows that you guys are not updated with the information that is happening around the world. Concluding that's week too, something that you can work on. So US specific, that is good. And then you were also showing the loss of originality and the change of food and balancing the tourism, and then seeking the novelty. This, you put a lot of good points, but again, how can you make your argument stronger, right? With a lot of evidence. But as an audience, I want to know why I should be concerned about your point. Why should I align my thoughts with you? And that one, you were not able to successfully convince. Something that you need to work. You have a lot of good points, but you have to also think that besides arguing with each other, you have an audience that you want to convince. Something you are. And concluding again, not strong, right? You talk about a little bit of imported and local market. So you talk about need to be imported and local market. I saw an opportunity when you're talking about local market and all, opportunity so that you can link with previous group of presentation. But you just spoke a little bit and you left, right? So this one's something that you can work. I know that as an audience, you have been listening to the previous, but then if you are listening, then the 1 month the homework, but at the same time, when you're listening to your friend, you're paying attention. So current naive zumbe. So you can sometimes work on that. So you have a strong voice as well, and you have a good diction. You can also work on that, improve, but you have the potential. So earlier days, na stuck joilo dato we are declining in terms of traditional food and all. So this is something of, again I said it is a good point, but if you are checking further analysis, mean what you are saying earlier days now decline judo. This is something that any Buddhist can say, even ECS graduates can say. But you guys are different, no? You agriculture respect, you have more foundation knowledge. So I would like to know why it happened, what can be done, and how you are going to counteract. Something that you can work on. Okay, and what is the harm? Decline the harm gachimu. So kongi the successful baby evolving the nature in say. But then you don't get stuck in complaining about things. You have to give solution. Clear? So you started with talking about the cultural heritage, which is quite a strong point, and then talk about group number one, evolving of food and food culture, which is very real and true, in fact. And that is when you are emphasizing it, it's very good. But concluding remark, very weak. Direct time's up. Thank you. When you know that you have 30 seconds and you have listened to all your friends, when you 2.5 minutes, you know that you have 30 seconds, so you have listened. Direct thank you, sir. So you are more in concern with the time limit than your point. So Aniti, very important, because you should be so passionate that when time limit, madam, 2 seconds, please. So audience, 2 seconds, please. Ani be more. Direct times of conclude. Thank you, sir, member. What I wrote is strong voice, very strong voice. That's very good, good rebuttal. You also, were able to, evoke emotions to the audience. We are saying heartbeat of tourism is a heartbeat. More that convincing, and then you have and then give us a lot of advantage and potential of the tourism and all. A little bit of evidence-based gunime. And then you were also able to attack. So you were defend, and then you were able to attack. So far, you have a potential to become a very good debater. Something that you need to polish. Speaker number 3. So you talk about cultural resilience more, and then you also give a little bit of good evidence based on tourism council, and then traditional ingredients key, and then your adaptation and all. So that was a good point and a good rebuttal, right? A little bit of evidence you can have. A conclusion is quite weak. Again, same with NSC comment. You have said GNH Commission 2022. It's no longer more. It's subsumed. So you have to be very careful when you need. So you need to little bit update. Okay. Good thing that you start defining what is globalization, and very important, because then you have to align the audience more. Okay, and then theory, and then you talk about cultural hybridizations and new spread evidence based, and then you talk about a little bit of Wangchu and Dema and Gilabes, but Kachigi Wangchu ki Dema Bhutan na Wangchu the Dema the countless name hani research title la gume if you Wangchu UNDP FAO I get understandable NAC even more. GNH Commission, these are organizations. But Wangchu and Dema is car, anybody can become Wangchu and Dema. So when you're doing debate, so Wangchu ki Dema ki and study according to the research topic ani ki base. Wangchu Dema the famous man. And you talk a little bit of adaptive innovations, but what does it mean to your group? Any explanation as much, you could have made it much, much stronger. So again, weak concluding. Overall, both of you concluding remark goal but it don't make it economic and all. If your market and economy not very sound, don't make something hypothetical like gold is precious because it's rare. It's a hypothetical argument, any layman can. But you want to make an argument based on the evidence-based scientific argument. That's what separates you from the general public. You guys are graduates, undergrads, you are students, so you have to, when you are doing concluding remark also, you have to have a lot of evidence-based. Okay, overall, time management, practice, 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 right? So all of you have a potential of becoming a good debater, but you need to polish bigger. Overall, I really enjoyed your debate, and thank you for having me, and giving me this opportunity to listen to you guys. Thank you.